Today joining us at noon is someone that many of you know. She's been in music pretty much all of her life. She was a part of the group Escape. Many of you also know her from different features she's done with other recording artists. And this year, for you Bravo fans, you saw her on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. We're talking about none other than the genuine Georgia Peach, Kandi. She's joining us here live to talk a little bit about herself and also about what we can expect from her in the upcoming year. So please help me welcome Kandi to the program. How you doing, Kandi?
Hey. I'm good.
Good. Welcome to Conversations Live.
Thanks, and thanks for having me.
Well, very good to have you. Kandi, as I mentioned, you've been doing music for a very long time. It's something that seems to always have been in your blood. Does it still surprise you, though, when you look back over your career and your success that, you've actually accomplished everything that you have?
Most definitely. You know, when you start out doing something or you have a dream about being an artist or whatever your dream may be, it's like when you start seeing it actually come to life, it's just overwhelming. And then for me, it's like a lot of people that I started off in the industry with are no longer doing it. So I just think it's a big blessing every day that I'm still, current and, actually relevant in the music game now.
When I first heard you as solo, Kandi, ironically, was 6 years ago. I had actually met Gangsta Boo at a concert. Mm-hmm. And they were signing their mixtape there, and who was there featured on song number 15 on Cutty Girl, and it was Kandi. It was, and I was like, it was
about that song.
Yeah, and it was so funny because when I saw you were going to be on The Real Housewives, I was like, I know that name from somewhere other than Escape. And I was going back through my music, and there it was on the Gangsta Boo mixtape.
I've been on a few different records. I had a #1 rap song with Soleil. You remember Genuine's Wife when she first came out a long time ago, that 456? I had wrote her hook and performed on her song. And that song went #1 on the hip-hop chart back then. And then I also was on the You and That record with E40 and T-Pain. A lot of people didn't even realize that I was the girl that pops up in the video and sings the female part at the end of the record.
Right.
So yeah, I'm always mixing and mingling with different artists.
Well, talking about mixing it up, you joined the cast of season 2 of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. When you look at that experience and as you're going forward and doing other things with television and other productions, do you think that it widens your fan base and gets people who may not have listened to your music may get to know you another way? Most
definitely. I definitely have to say that I'm thankful to be on the show because I didn't even realize how big of an impact that it was going to have. Like, I knew that a lot of people watched the show, but I guess this year they I guess they went up 100% on their ratings or whatever.
Right.
And, the audience that knows me now is no set group of people. Like, it's all races. It's men and women, and it's all age groups. So, I may have somebody whose grandma's like, oh, I love Kandi, whatever. And then I have their little kid is like, I love Kandi, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's so different because normally, if you're doing music, you're going to be the urban radio is going to like me or I'm going to, when they try to find your age group of who's going to buy the album, you know what I mean? So,
right.
But now for me, it's not really a set group. Like, all different type of people come up to me or reach out to me on Twitter or whatever. And I'm so thankful for that.
For those who look to you for strength, look to you for encouragement, Kandi, look to you as an example, especially those that are aspiring to be in the music industry, what advice do you give individuals? I know they come up to you all the time and say, how do you have this staying power? What advice do you normally give them?
Well, the first thing I tell people is don't quit. Never give up. A lot of times people defeat themselves by quitting too early, Right. It's like you never know when your break is going to come. Like, you could be doing it for a year and just all of a sudden, boom, it happens. Or you could be doing it for 10, 15 years and then all of a sudden, boom, out of nowhere, you become larger than life, Right. So I always tell people don't get discouraged by what people say because if I got discouraged by what people had to say about me, I would have stopped a long time ago. But that's the biggest thing. Don't defeat yourself. And then on top of that, it's like you got to be your own hype man, your own cheerleader. You can't, let everything get you down. Like, And then on top of that, and another thing, be prepared. Like, I hate when people have a CD, but they don't have their information on it of how to reach them or get in contact with them. You know, they'll just have a CD, oh, this is my CD, and they'll just have their name written on it or something. It's like, okay, you got to be prepared for when your opportunity knocks. If you see, I don't know, whatever producer, you know, Dallas Austin or somebody that can help change your life if you're trying to get in the music game, you know, you got to be prepared. I always tell people who are trying to be artists, perform in every showcase you can find, because the more you're seen, the more you're going to get that buzz out there about yourself, you know. And as far as songwriters, I always tell them, do the piggyback thing. Like, if you can be a part of a ASCAP or CSAC or BMI, do that, because a lot of times you can get them to set up collaborations with you with different people who are already getting work in music, you know.
Right.
So if you can collaborate, it's so many producers out there who they got a million tracks, but they don't have anybody to write to them. So the best thing to do is try to set up a meeting with a producer or set up a meeting with their management or whatever and ask them, can you write some of their tracks? Bring it back. If the song hot, they're going to use you again to keep writing to their stuff, because they need songs to their tracks, the tracks that they're shopping to the different labels. Yeah, but yes, a lot of times people don't understand that, you know, if you can, you know, take a meeting with a producer or somebody who's actually working in the industry, then that can help put you on, because sometimes you may not have the straight, direct relationship with the artist or with the label, but you just find other ways to get there.
Exactly. Well, Kandi, we definitely appreciate everything that you've been doing. Congratulations on all of your success.